Tonight is a special night. This is a kind of the fulfillment of a final, I'd say, prophecy, a Coach Wilkins prophecy for a number of years, especially towards the end of Coach Wilkins' life. We talked a lot about, mostly joking, maybe getting some buffaloes to live in the pit and, have a buffalo that we could run out on the field. And then, really at the end of his, at the end of his run, Coach Flynn, who obviously was really close, Coach Rodgers, who were really close with Coach, we talked about a statue at some point with some things kind of involved that really will be part of Coach Wilkins' life here forever as part of Wilkins Field. He gets to look over the field. Jamie and our alumni group were able to kind of get together some funds and figure out a way to get this thing shipped here during COVID, which was an adventure. We thought it would be here the first game, and it's here tonight. And I want to thank Ryan, our school system, Ryan Dunn, and the guys, the 4 guys out here that were out here that made sure this happened. Yeah, if you ever see Ryan Dunn or any of our maintenance guys, just tremendous. The fact that they got this put together for tonight for us so that we could have this is tremendous. The way it's going to work is every game now, home game, twice a game, the team will come down as they normally do in their 2 lines, which will be here in a minute. They'll touch the buffalo, which they're going to do in a minute, and then lead on the field. So Coach Wilkins will hopefully watching and smiling tonight. So I want to turn it over to Jamie to say a few words. Stay right there, boys. And then Jamie Rodgers, you got it.
All right. Very difficult to write a speech about this guy and keep it as short. I did as short as I could, and I'm not like Coach Fusco where I can just ramble off great speeches, so I'm going to read a little bit here. But Coach Wilkins was a grand poobah of Mountain Lakes football, Mountain Lakes sports, and academics. He was a foundation in Mountain Lakes history of our successes in both on and off the field. His work ethic and approach are why Mountain Lakes is still a great football. They have great boys and girls sports, and more importantly, we're one of the best public schools in the state of New Jersey. When Coach and I and a few others started the HERD Alumni 13 years ago, he gave me a framed picture of a speech of Coach Lombardi of the Green Bay Packers. As most of us know, Coach Lombardi is one of the most famous and winningest coaches in NFL history, and his name is on the Super Bowl trophy. The picture frame contained a very long speech of Coach Lombardi, but for the purposes of this, I'm going to keep it short, and it's best summarized. Best summarized. What Coach Lombardi said was basically he was saying in 5 paragraphs that losing sucks.
Cheerleaders, we are going to need one of those if you're going to be doing the show.
I can best summarize Coach Lombardi's speech by stating Coach Lombardi said losing sucks, and anyone that accepts losing is not a winner.
Just bring that
Instead of talking all about all of his championships teams in that speech, Coach Lombardi talked about 2 years
for the anthem.
And that he finished in 2nd place and how much that sucked him. He truly hated losing, especially only 2nd place. I treasure that gift by Coach Wilkins, and it hangs by my fridge, and every day I look at it and remind myself I don't like to lose. Coach Wilkins' lessons about losing were not just for the football field, but for all aspects of life. No one, and I can repeat, no one, hated losing more than Coach Wilkins. After a HERD loss, we would avoid him at all costs for the entire week. He taught us all not to accept losing in any battle of life. He was an incredible man. He was a winner in every aspect. Mountain Lake citizens now know him more as a head coach of the Mountain Lakes HERD. Let me assure you, he's legendary in the athletic department, legendary teacher, and a legendary administrator. His goal was to win and be the best at everything, at every level. This statue represents Coach Wilkins for all he did in Mountain Lakes. It also represents a new tradition started by Coach Fusco in which the players are going to touch the buffalo prior to each game. Coach Wilkins taught Coach Fusco and his entire staff how losing simply sucks. Coach Fusco and his staff have continued the incredible winning traditions of the program. They also hate losing. I saw them after the first game this year, after the game, and they couldn't even talk after that game. They hated losing so much. This Buffalo represents the new and old. Now let's win the game.
All right, I apologize. I have to make two speeches, one for Coach Roach and one for myself. Coach Roach apologizes that he's unable to attend tonight's dedication ceremony honoring Coach Wilkins. The use of the Buffalo to represent the HERD philosophy has been a cornerstone of the program since its inception. He wants to thank the HERD Alumni Association, Jamie Rodgers, and Coach Fusco for making all this happen and for keeping these traditions alive. And he wishes the 2021 HERD and the seniors good luck tonight and in the playoffs. On behalf of my family and my father, I wanted to thank the HERD alumni, Jamie, Coach Fusco, and Coach Flynn for making this all possible, along with this entire community, for making all this possible and for the support of the HERD program and the HERD Alumni Association since its inception. My dad set out to build a program, not just a team, many years ago, so that it would sustain year in and year out between all the classes and within the community. He introduced a number of traditions and symbols along the way, and I know he would be beyond honored how Darrell and the coaching staff has not only embraced but enhanced the program since he took over 12 years ago. And I think the only thing he would say about tonight, in addition to being deeply honored, is to remind people that it's not about him. This is about the program. And tonight, this is about this team. It's first step towards their legacy. And with these seniors on senior night, this is honoring them. So thank you and good luck.
All right, we're going to take our first walk right here, and it's a little different because then everyone's coming on the field. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and then seniors. So we're going to come right here for the first time. Boys, let's go. Come on, Captain, you lead us, man. Let's go. Here we go. Come on, man.
And we want to welcome everyone to Wilkins Field for tonight's contest.